Grand day, beautiful souls. I'm Alanisa Salahadin, and today I didn't have one specific thing I wanted to talk about, and then it all came to me at the last minute. I want to talk to you all about labels. How we are so eager to belong to something, to have the title or the label of something, and so I really want to kind of like share my views, my opinions on labels and making sure that if you are choosing to wear labels, they're very appropriate for yourself. And so, what even prompted me to this is I've had several different occurrences with people where they were like, "What are you?" And I'm like thinking, "What am I?" A woman. You know, like the simplest term. I am a divine goddess. I love that. I am a divine goddess. I am. But I'm all of those things, right? And for some people, it's just like just seeing me as myself becomes very perplexing to them, and it's just like, well, no, you wrap your head up, so you must be a Muslim, or you dress this way, so you must do that, or you look like this, or you don't believe in that, or like how I express myself is it makes them feel like I should be labeling myself as something to fit in somewhere to make them comfortable with seeing me. And so I don't believe that that's necessary. I'm absolutely certain you don't have to fit into any group to be yourself. I probably don't qualify for a lot of groups due to my views and my own perception, my own mindset, like everything that I believe. I don't know if anybody else shares my view on life. Like, I've been me for so long. Like, I have not cared to appease people in being myself to know what is okay or not okay to be. And so that was really what brought me right here where we are because I personally don't agree with that. I don't feel like you need to join anything to be yourself. You really should be by yourself. If that's the case, then you don't have a place to fit in. You don't know who you are. You don't identify as anything with yourself. You should probably just stay to yourself until you sort that out, because the world is, it's a very interesting place if you don't know who you are. It's a very scary place if you don't know who you are. I was born in Louisiana. I was raised in Oakland, California, and Oakland is very interesting to me. Like, now that I'm older, I respect everything about Oakland, the Bay Area, just growing up in that time in which I did. And now, like, I have my daughter, and as soon as I had her, I was just like, all right, we're out of here. I want to shift the whole vibration. I wanted to be able to cultivate her mind a certain way. And I removed her because I didn't want her challenges to be my challenges. And I didn't want her to have to feel the pressures that I felt and the labels that are put on, living in certain demographics or being. I wanted her to have a fair opportunity. And so I put her in a different environment, and it was a different environment for me too, which is a beautiful thing about parenting. You don't know what you know until you've experienced it, even as a parent. And so I moved us to Houston, Texas, and that completely changed everything that I was normal, that I was comfortable with, that I lived all of my adversities in one place. I was there 30 years, and then I came to Houston. And I've been in Houston 6 years, but I've evolved more grounded, more spiritually rooted in myself. My belief system is more of what makes me feel whole. I only believe in one God, so it doesn't matter what religion you classify yourself as. I personally love you all as though you're part of me, because that's how I think of it. And so to have to shift my surroundings and then come into a different place where everybody is very different, like they're very segregated in the way that the city is set up because there's no zoning. And so it created a whole nother level of challenges for me. And then the labels came again. Well, what side of town do you live on? Where are you from? Well, what do you do? Well, you're not one of these. Everybody's so proud. Everybody wants to be a Texan. I'm like, that's cool. I'm from California. Oh, you're a Californian. And I'm like, well, I was born in Louisiana. Oh, well, you're a Louisiana. I'm like, well, why do I have to be any of those things? Why can't I just be myself? Like, it just happened all over again. And so it just became this very interesting it became this very interesting discovery to be myself. And so I'm not one to be in a group or a clique. You don't have to join a group or a clique. You just need to be yourself. If you don't know who you are, spend as much time in nature, of course, and with yourself, and you will figure it out. But if you can't, on several videos I've spoken on different things that you can do just for yourself. They're not group activities. Your astrology is a clear, to me, blueprint as to who you are just in the stars, universally, like inside of the universe. You are a part of it in your astrological birth chart, natal chart, with your time date, where you were born. That information is very valid because that is yours. Unless you and another person can honestly sit side by side and say you were born at the same time, at the same place, in the same, you guys will not have the same natal chart. You will have your own, they will have their own. And so I encourage you to do that. If you don't know who you are, if you feel like you're not quite certain, this is okay. That's not an uncommon place to be in life. At some point, we all kind of lose our way. And I just posted a post on Facebook, and I posted that we're not lost. We've just been looking really hard in the wrong direction. And I believe that. I believe a lot of us were brought up one way, we lived another way, we've experienced life another way, and now we're evolving into the type of person or people that we choose to be. And so that too, with my point, you don't have to fit or belong to an organization in order to be yourself, to express yourself as yourself, to be yourself on purpose, authentically, just who you feel like you are. That living is life to me is like art. Like, you can do as many strokes, you can put as many things on, you can take things off, you can add, or support yourself with all of the tools and resources. And I am one to tell you to do whatever you need to do for yourself, as long as it's for you and you can honestly validate why you're doing it. You don't need a label to justify that. You just need to exist in that form and make sure that like, you need to know why you do what you do. When you can articulate that to someone, they have no choice but to accept you as yourself. Your truest form is what you can express that you are. It's not what somebody else says that you are. It's literally whatever I say that I am, that's what I am. You ask me right now, what am I? I am Alanisa Salahadin. That's me. Those other labels don't matter. They don't serve a purpose right now. When I'm being a mother, I'm in my mother mode, and I am the mother of my children. And when I'm a wife, I am a wife to my husband. My sisters, when I'm in my sister mode, I'm a sister to my sisters. It's that simple to me. Like, you don't need a nationality to describe you as yourself. And I say that because specifically someone said that to me. He was like, well, you look like this. And I specifically said, like, well, I'm me. And he was just like, well, you don't use a nationality to describe yourself. And I thought, like, literally messaging, like, why would I use a nationality to define me? Like, what's the point in that? Why do we have names? Why are we working so hard to put labels on ourselves when we actually have names? You don't like your name, change it. And I'm going to tell you this. I am one to believe that that is a definite solution. I was born with one name. I've just recently changed my name to Alanisa Salahadin. And for years in my life, everybody might have loved my name. I always had problems with it. I've always felt like my name it just didn't make me feel like I wanted to feel about myself. And so, interestingly enough, last year on my birthday, I changed my name, and I've never felt more complete in my entire life. So I am one to encourage you to do the things that make you feel like you, and learn to express that, because nobody can change that. You may bump heads. Like my mom, I don't know how she feel. We haven't really sat down and had that conversation because I'm 37. I changed my name at 37, like on my birthday. This is my new name. Ta-da, voila, this is me. I don't know how she feels about that, but personally, the way I feel about it matters more to me. And so, being my own inner personal authority of my life, governing myself as I see fit to be my most authentic, true, and real self to me, and then everyone else. Yeah, that don't matter. She'll have to evolve. She can have my original birth certificate. I'm okay with all of that. Long as I feel good on the inside, that's what's most important to me. So, again, you don't need a label to define you. You just need to know who you are. You need to sit down with yourself and take some time out and really go through your paradigm. If you don't know what a paradigm is, look up the paradigm shift. Bob Proctor speaks very well on the paradigm. He breaks it down really, really, really well, where anybody should be able to understand what the paradigm shift is. If you don't know, learn about that and go in there and clean it out. It's the subconscious mind storing things. And that's the simplest way I can put it without going on a tangent about it. But you should learn it and look it up and then do whatever you need to do, whatever is necessary for you to clear out that stuff that you don't understand, so that you can understand things, to build your understanding, because that is what we need at this point. We all need to understand who we are, why we do what we do, what about it makes us feel good, and connect with that feeling vibrationally, live from our own personal understanding, and just do good, be good, live good, and share good. Like, once you feel good about yourself, you don't have to worry about the rest of the world. The labels may make you temporarily feel good. It may be great to be a bad bitch, right, until you meet another bad bitch and then you trying to figure out what makes her better than me. Why do she do this, that, and the third? Who cares? If you and her were the same label, you gonna have to accept her just like she gotta accept you. And apparently y'all both fit in the same category because y'all wear the same label. Be careful with labels. Be careful with labels. I had a friend, beautiful person. Oh, shouts out to Sheree Butler. She's still my friend in real life too. She had a shirt, and I don't even know if she remembers it. She had an Old Navy shirt when we were in high school, and it said "Labels are for jars" with the smallest little jar on it. And I love that shirt, and even like to this day, I still love that shirt because it's so accurate. Labels are for jars. We are not jars. We're not. And so, for all the trending topics that you want to this, that, and the third, associate with yourself, nationalities, religious belief systems, whatever it is. You're not a robot. You are a person. You will need your own identity. And if you don't have one, create one. If you don't know how to create one, then just discover who you are. Literally, just go get your natal chart, birth chart. Kai Luna Moon, I've spoken of her before, and I believe in her abilities to read the chart. Get you a reader that can read your chart and discover who you are. Don't just allow yourself to be shoveled through with all the labels that the world says that you should be. Well, you're this color, so you need to be this label. Or you walk this way, so you need to wear that label. I wrap my hair for my own reasons, and I need to worship and follow this group of people because I wrap my hair. That's not going to work for me, fellas. Ladies, no. So, if I can encourage you to do nothing else, you are to strip off your labels right now, dang it, and figure out who you are. I'm encouraging you to be your most authentic and your realest, your truest self. If you don't know who you are, listen to the video again. Go back and find a couple other of my other videos with being authentic in those little steps and tidbits, and just surround yourself with other like-minded individuals. And it's a perpetuation at this point. It's a perpetuation of trying to increase your knowledge of self, one, and then of everything else, and then how you feel about it, and you just bring it together. You should produce something beautiful. You are something beautiful. You are someone beautiful. And so until next time, I do hope you all find something of use and of value in this. We're all healing, and as I heal with you, I'm healing within, and I hope that we're healing together. So again, wholeness, divine love. Later.